I'm Ajaya Hobart, and I'm the host of the Flying Falcon, where we highlight a student athlete here at Gerstell who exemplifies the value system on and off of the court. This week's Flying Falcon is a member of our varsity girls volleyball team and 3-year captain, senior Sophia DiMaggio.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming.
Anytime.
So today, like any other Flying Falcon, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Obviously, all pertain to volleyball. My first question for you today is, how did you really find your love for volleyball? When did it start? And then you can also talk about where it is now.
So I started playing volleyball when I was in 6th grade. And, I kind of just played because everyone else was playing. I was new to middle school and I just wanted to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
And my 8th grade year, it was my last year in my old school. And I had a lot of people coming up to me. And this one girl in particular was pestering me saying, "You need to try out for my club." And I was like, fine, whatever. My parents pushed me and I went and tried out. And I didn't think I was going to make it. I made the ones team and I fell in love with the sport. I had played other sports at the time, but I literally dedicated all my time to volleyball.
Do you think there was a specific thing when it came to volleyball that made you fall in love with volleyball, or was it just the environment of finding those friends with volleyball?
I think the environment has a lot to do with it. I think that's with any sport, but I loved my position that I had played. When I was in middle school, I didn't have a set position, and when I played club, it was the first time I ever played libero. So I think that was when I found my love. I dove all over the place. I have scars on my legs.
And for those who don't know, what is a libero?
A libero is someone who's a defensive specialist. They basically play back row permanently, usually go in for their middles, and they're your best passer, basically.
Gotcha, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I ask myself what a libero is, so that just cleared things up for me.
It's kind of hard to explain. I don't blame you.
So my next question comes with, for those who don't know, our volleyball team here at Gerstell, it's 3rd year as an actual team. It started as a club, and then Sophia and some other fellow members of Gerstell community decided to push to make it a team. It is also our 2nd year competing in the IAAM, and we did have a playoff appearance last year, and tomorrow another playoff appearance. What challenges did you have to face when it came to turning that club into an actual team? And not only challenges during that time, but then also challenges of building that team to now being a team and program that exists now for 3 years. Obviously young, obviously takes some time to just get the wheels turning and finally just make it normal.
Yeah. So when I came my freshman year, there was already a ton of interest in the sport. So it wasn't a problem making the club turn into a sport. The problem was when we first came into it, no one had ever played volleyball. Me and 2 others had somewhat experience, so it was a very new sport. And volleyball, like any other sport, it takes a lot of chemistry. And especially for your passers, passing is the number one thing. That's all we worked on. My sophomore and basically last year, that's really all we did. It was boring as crap. You could probably ask the rest of the people. It's fun, but practices were boring because that was the main issue. You can't pass, you can't do anything else. And also with COVID, it was hard to grow those connections and have that chemistry. You can't see people. We couldn't get close to people. So I would say those were our biggest struggles.
You got it. And then those might have been our challenges, and those times always come with anything new, anything old. There's always going to be challenges that we're facing. Being the person you are and being a captain for the past 3 years of our volleyball team and also being one of the members who created it, what is your favorite part about our Gerstell volleyball team? I
love the girls. I literally said this in my senior speech, that there is no other team that I've had like this. All these girls they're selfless. They're always there for you, every single one. I don't think any girl would be there, not there for another person if something was going wrong. That's the best part about our team.
Those are the right kind of people you want around, and especially on a team that you need all that chemistry for. So my final question for you is, being a senior, being at Gerstell for 4 years now, obviously it's a different realm being at the private school and then also participating in sports and being that captain that you are. If you were to give an underclassman any advice, whether it comes to athletics and volleyball, or if it comes to in the classroom, or if it comes to outside the community when hanging with friends, what would be that one piece of advice that you would give that underclassman?
I would give to have no regrets when you leave that court. If you regret, oh, I should have got that ball. I should have called them off. I wish I would have hit the ball harder. Do it. If you mess up, no one's going to judge you. People are going to forget the next week. And also if you see someone in their head, you don't have to be a captain. You can just be a regular player. Like, you go to them and just cheer them up. And if you're in your head and maybe you need help and no one else is seeing, like, talk to people. I feel like communication is the best thing when it comes to any team. Like,
yes.
And I know that these girls, and I hope that the future girls of the future Gerstell Academy volleyball team will always be like that.
Yes.
I hope it's like that. So that's what I have to give for our underclassmen.
Some great advice. But that's all the questions I have for you today, Sophia. Thank you for being able to come and answer these questions for us. Like I said, guys, this week's Flying Falcon is senior 3-year captain of our girls varsity volleyball team, Sophia DiMaggio.
Thank you guys for having me.